giving you all the sights and sounds high above from the meandyourmom.com and the big black blimp cam right here live on Horse Boat. Casa de la Horse Boat if you're new. I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. the Horse Boat. Calling all the action here coming up here tonight. Big shout out going to Wild Child 2233. Mrs. Ally Racing and Bandit 17807 for the latest followers. Again, qualifying, points, schedule, all that stuff coming up here next. Right, we'll turn down the music a little bit, turn me up. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful Monday night. Good start to your work week. Freezing throughout the land. That is the United States on Inauguration Day here in the United States. We won't get into that too much. But again, I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. the Horse Boat, calling all the action here tonight for the final race for the Championship 4. Again, we are in the round of 8, race 3 of 3 next week being the Championship 4, the finale at Homestead. Again, let's take a look at the schedule real quick. Not much to look at as we are closing in on the end of the season. Again, next week is going to be 135 laps just like tonight. But again, it'll be at Homestead, Miami. Again, 2 bangers here yet to get ripping. Again, qualifying 3 minutes from now. But let's talk points. As we transition over into that, Jesse Becker has a 2-point lead over Matt Fleming. Thomas Meeks, Josh Larson, Travis Stroney, your top 5 point standings wise, with William Robbins, Brandon Meyer, Alex Tilley, Landon Bednarz, and Andy Lewis rounding out your top 10. But as far as the playoff picture tonight, above the cut and almost a lock is Alex Tilley, Thomas Meeks. Again, they're win or in. Tilley's got to be here tonight, at least start and park, for him to still maintain that eligibility. Otherwise, he opens the door. Jesse Becker and Josh Larson would love an opportunity, as well as William Robbins and Landon Bednarz. Again, Stroney and Fleming really have to do something ridiculous to knock themselves out of contention. With only the field that we have tonight, which is not a huge one, every spot is going to be detrimental, paramount in getting into the Championship 4. Again, high above in the sights and sounds here at Chicagoland. Again, the track of yesteryear, the one that they do not go to anymore, which I wish that they would. Now abandoned racetrack, which they do other stuff with besides NASCAR Next Gen Cup races. All right, we're going to turn this down as we get set for qualifying here going on in just a minute. Again, happy to have you along, Bug Boo, Aeroplane, 9001, Ty Smitty. Happy to have you along for this ride here tonight. Again, qualifying about ready to get started. Thomas Meeks, the fastest in practice. His best is a 30.91. Nobody else has been able to top it. Again, bring it up a little bit. Bring the volumes up. If something's too loud, let me know. I think I got a good lock on it here from here, but I always love feedback from the viewers. If they hear something or would like to hear something a little bit more of, give me a shout out. The counter is counting down inside of 10 seconds. We are going to get qualifying action right here, right now. Again, this is the last race in the round of 8. 3 races in this segment, deciding who is in the championship form. We are about to find out. Want to point out, Alex Tilley is not in attendance. He is not in attendance, so that's going to open the door if he does not show up here tonight. He still might make it regardless, but it is a very real possibility that a guy who was once a lock misses tonight and gives himself up as far as being in that championship 4. Again, 4 spots. A lot of these spots, I think 10 spots pay out. So a good league to be a part of. Again, a league kind of up in the air right now in terms of what they're going to do as far as if they're going to change nights or not. Hopefully I'll get a little bit more information. I've been pushing a little bit, and I don't mean to. But again, as a viewer, I would love to know. And as a broadcaster, I would love to know, just to make sure I'm available to be a part of it. Again, qualifying taking place right here, right now, as we flip over into that. Let's see who is in and who is out. Try to get you a playoff driver if I can. Trucks on Wednesday. I mean, they give me the job. We will talk. I love trucks, too. Trucks are fucking awesome. Trucks always a good time. Looks like waiting in the wings is Brandon Meyer. Ben Madden currently waiting in the wings as well. Travis Stroney, let's give him some TV time. Another one of those drivers. Right now, he is inside of the cut line or above the cut line. And right now should be good to go in that T-Stroh's 14 Ford Mustang. And turn down the music a little bit so you can hear a little bit more of the cars. But here he goes into turn 1 and 2 at Chicagoland. Yeah, nice and high, tighter to the wall as you can. Usually helps you here. Here he goes into turn 3. Doing a magical job. Coming out of 4. Giving you everything you could ask for. A 31.29 is his first lap. Ben Madden strolling in now with a 31.52. See the guys as they roll in there on your screen. See how many guys actually qualify here. Coming up out of turn 4 for the final time onto the front stretch past Geico restart zone. Second lap will be 31:44. So 31:29, good enough now for first. See what he's got. Josh Larson coming out of turn 4 for his second lap. 31:67 was lap 1. What's lap 2? 31:45, good enough for fourth. William Robbins gets a 31:36 for third. Ben Madden currently sitting in second right now. Out on the track, everyone's guy that you love to hate, Matthew Fleming. And I mean that in a loving way because he's so damn good. Definitely knows his car well, knows this car well. He seems to understand the drivers that are in this field. Again, any little bit of that helps. Start lap 1. Let's see what she's got. Second lap. Can he be a little bit quicker? He will. A 31:30. Good enough for second place. Josh Larson finishing up with a 31:45. Brandon Meyer looks like he's going to hit the track. Done under his hood. He'll be up for a while. Hopefully he's enjoying these races he's got lined up until then. 71 GoPro cameras. That Ford Mustang of Brandon Meyer. Giving it all she's got. See, he takes a little bit of a different line, a little bit of a different approach, a couple different ways around this track. Lap number 1 will be a 31:32. Quick is Brandon Meyer at Chicagoland. I know, I've raced with this guy. Thomas Meeks just took the pole with a 31:13. Brandon Meyer crosses the line with a 31:23. Is going to take second. Thomas Meeks, though, already your winner last week. When keeping it real goes wrong, it don't matter. 31:13. He's got it. Here's Ryan Robertson now. Looks like 31:27 for the 66. Alex Tilley has made an arrival. He is in the field. He will at least start the race from what I see. Another late qualifier here. Looks like Stephen Gurley Jr. in that MBG Grasshopper Ford Mustang. Again, next week, folks, don't worry. If you thought this was the last one, it's not. We got one more race together at Homestead next week. Looks like that'll be sponsored by Wheels America. Double checking my notes right now. Yeah, it will be the Wheels America 200 at Homestead, Miami for the finale. Again, fuel tonight is 67%, which is good for about 42 laps. Stages will be 35 and 75. And something to note going into this one. Qualifying just about over with. Gurley trying to put himself on the grid for this one. Lap number 1 is a 32:04. Good enough for 13th. Fastest at the moment. Lap number 2, let's see if it's any better. Yes, it is a 31:30, good enough for 6 for Stephen Gurley Jr., making it to the big dance. Again, Thomas Meeks, Brandon Meyer, Ryan Robertson, Travis Stroney, and Matthew Fleming, your top 5 for this one. Let's get a quick word with Thomas Meeks. Thomas Meeks, you got a copy?
I'm here.
Pole sitter here for tonight's race. Chicagoland winning last week. Starting off tonight on a good foot. How are you feeling about Chicagoland tonight?
Feel pretty good. I think it's going to be a good race for me. I put in a little practice and seen what I could do differently here and try different lines. I've won here in the past. Maybe I could do it again, but right now, since I'm already locked in the championship 4, it's just, let's get through this race, stay clean, and make it to the end.
Now I got to ask you, because you have teammates involved here in the Championship 4 and potential teammates that can make the Championship 4. Are you helping the ones that are under the cut line make it tonight?
If I get myself in the opportunity to help my teammate, I definitely will.
Very political thing to say and very appreciative. Thomas Meeks, good luck. You are our pole sitter tonight for Chicagoland.
Thank you, sir.
You are welcome. Again, Thomas Meeks getting ready to possibly start clapping them cheeks. Let's get down to business as we have approached the last race of the round of 8. Race 3 of 3 going to take place. And it's time for our potential Elite 8 Championship 4 grid walk. Right here, right now, on the pole here for tonight's race. You just talked to him. You seen him. You know what he is. He won last week. And he's your pole sitter tonight, the 55 of Thomas Meeks, leading us off. And outside of him, the 71 in the Ford Mustang. Not appearing on screen just yet, but appearing in our hearts, the 71 of Brandon Meyer. In row 2, starting on the inside, there is Brandon Meyer. Look at that sweet guy. The 66 of Ryan Robertson on the inside of row 2. And on the outside of him, a fellow teammate, the 14 of Travis Stroney. In row 3, you have the 8 of Matthew Fleming and the 29 of Stephen Gurley Jr. In row 4, on the inside, is the Toyota, the 97 of Jesse Becker. And on the outside of him, the 33 of Ben Madden. In row 5, you have the 96 of Christian Taylor. And on the outside of him, the 5 of William Robbins. In row 6, you have the 16 of Landon Bednarz. On the outside of him, the 51 of Josh Larson. And then Ivan Deschamps and Alex Tilley round out your final row of 7. So again, there he is. That's a guy who had to make it. He is here. So technically, I believe he's going to make the big show with the big dance, the what you have it. Again, stages tonight at lap 35 and at lap 75. Again, the final race in the round of 8. Next week will be the one and only race between the Championship 4 at Homestead, Miami. Maybe we'll find out where Season 2 is headed. When will that drop? Or will I leave you in suspense? Have to tune in next week and find out. Let's get this music out the door. Let's get ready for what I hope is good, clean, green flag action. I think we're going to get it. That Chevy Silverado.
Green flag, green flag.
Taking a dive into pit lane, and we are green, green, green for the Donut Box Cup at Chicagoland. Getting up to speed, 2 by 2. Everybody getting along. Robertson making an early move outside. He has teammates in tow with Meyer and Stroney. Meeks gets put down by his own teammate, Matthew Fleming, going for it, lap 1. Brandon Meyer does the same to the 66. Brandon Meyer leads lap 1 here at Chicagoland. Chicagoland is one of those tracks to where there's a lot of people that can run it. It's almost like a super speedway where it is wide, you can make passes. Not hard to run. You have to be conscientious of where everybody is. I noticed at this track, a lot of people like to self-clear themselves or do the proverbial slide job every now and again. On long green flag run, you've seen it done. Side by side there, you see a battle for second between the 14 of Travis Stroney and the 8 of Robertson to the inside of the 55 of Thomas Meeks. Ooh, gets a little slippery into 3 and 4, still able to make that pass with no problems. Right on board with the 66 of Ryan Robertson. See how that Ford Mustang is treating him here early on. Yeah, these cars tend to get a little loose here at Chicagoland. Check what the track temperature was. Oh, you see him get real comfy, get cozy. On the outside door. Side by side, this is for third place now between Robertson and Fleming. Fleming's going to let him go. Stroney, Robertson, Fleming, and Gurley, your top 5. Robbins, Meeks, Larson, and Bednars, with Jesse Becker rounding out your top 10. Brandon Meyer has looks like just about a second lead over his teammate. And again, Independence Motorsports 1, 2, 3 here to start off this race. 7 laps in of 135. I will admit, we have a long way to go. Tires, I think, should withstand the fuel run. As long as people don't burn their stuff up. Now, I know, different drivers, different teams, different strategies. Some guys, they like to try to get as far ahead or as far out as they can. Brandon Meyer being the example. Doesn't seem like he's really saving tire or do anything overly to save his car. At least not right now, at least in this first run for stage points. That's how I perceive it. These other guys, some of these guys are smart enough that they're holding back a little bit. Saving maybe a little bit for the end of the stage, because it looks like these guys are getting spread out right now. Looks like a whole mess of flagship right here. The 5, the 51, the 55, and the 16. See Robertson pass the 14 of Stroney. Looks like for second. Yeah, Fleming, you see Gurley there in 5th. The 29 team has to be happy with the season they're having. Keeping the car clean, finishing races is of the utmost importance. Josh Larson diving underneath that white line. That flat part of the surface at Chicagoland, a lot of drivers. But Brandon Meyer leads this field in the round of 8. Last race in the round of 8. And second on back now. Let's go for a different look since we have a moment to do so. A little rear cam. Sheffield's single line. Beautiful shot here. But again, not much action to be had here so far. All quiet on the western front. So far, so good. Side by side there, John and Matthew Fleming. Looks like they're pairing off in the little mini battle. Having a chance on the Wolfpack. He's a one-man Wolfpack right now. In 12th. Brandon Meyer, let's ride along with Brandon Meyer. Seems like he's just having the best time right now. Got a nice clear track. No cars right in front of you. Doesn't get much better than that. Ryan Robertson now getting pursued by Josh Larson. Larson has decided he is going to make a push. And here he is. And with the surgical hands, trying to make a run at it. show, you can run multiple lines here. Just depending on where you're at in your run. Where you were at before you decided to change. Oh, smacking the wall. Looks like 3 of them I counted, at least. Keep the car together. Travis Stroney to the inside of the 51. Trying to make a little magic happen. Can't clear him. That outside run that the 51 gets. 14 at bay at least. See what he does out of 3 and 4. Nothing happened that time. Looks like they are side by side. Fleming. And the 5 of William Robbins. Excuse me, Landon Bednar. And nobody touching the leader right now. Brandon Meyer all the way out of the as we close in on lap 35, 15 laps to go before the end of this run. Again, a fuel run here. Fuel run is going to be about 42 laps. Let's ride on board with the 5 of William Robbins and see what he sees alongside that show. Seems like he's on a smooth ride. William Robbins and company picking off their contenders one by one. Points race being as tight as it is for the race for the championship. Mistakes that happen tonight, it is crucial. Anybody on that cut line needs to be perfect. I asked Thomas Meeks in that interview before we went live to race if you would help somebody in that position. Now, I fail to think about as he's near that cut line. So would you want to help your teammate? Depends if it's going to get yourself knocked out. A couple of guys really that could use the help. Now, when I look at it, you know, Thomas Meeks is in second, but he's still, you know, mistake here tonight. He could be knocked out. I don't believe he's a true lock. I believe he may be, but again, a lot of stuff in the air. And I take that back. I do believe Meeks makes it in now regardless. So with that being said, I would, you know, if I were him, I would help a teammate. But again, I'm not in that position. In the circumstances, I may not bring it to light. Thomas Meeks seems like a guy who would help somebody out if they needed to make a spot and they were teammates. Or maybe he is and he's just a nice guy. You'll never know. You'll never know. Inside of 10 laps. Again, Brandon Meyer got a 1.5 seconds lead over the rest of the field, which is Matt Fleming. Ryan Robinson looks like he struck the wall a little bit there for the time. Fleming, Meeks, and Stroney have worked their way around him with William Robbins in pursuit. Contenders in that picture right there. Ooh, looks like Brandon Meyer just brushed the wall. Yeah, you can see a little bit of damage on that right side. Getting a little too friendly with the wall. He still continues to walk away. Crosses that start-finish line. We're going to have 5 laps to go in stage 1. Stage points are so important. Crucial in any stage racing arena, as it were. These guys understand one spot above or below makes a big difference. Oh, see the 66 bounce off that wall yet again. Brandon Meyer has a 1 point on the 8 of Matthew Fleming right now. And if we're looking via meandyourmom.com webcam, there's Brandon, there's Matthew. To go till the conclusion of stage 1. We're going to re-rack and get back to it rather quickly. This track, again, very good for competitive racing. If you like long wheels, it doesn't matter if you have 15 cars on the track or 35 or 40. Everybody usually gets spread out, and you have little races all over the place. And as you see here tonight. Final lap here for stage 1 in the Donut Box Cup Series in Chicagoland. Brandon Meyer off on his own. Working his girlfriend into turn 3 and 4, and he has dominated. Has led a majority of the laps. And he will be your winner of stage 1 here at Chicagoland.
The yellow flag is out.
Brandon Meyer, Matthew Fleming, Travis Stroney, William Robbins, and Thomas Meeks, your top 5. Yeah, he had to work for it in the beginning. The rest of it turned out with ease. Let's get a chat with Brandon Meyer. Brandon, you got a copy? Going well. Again, stage win here tonight. Seems like you know this track better than everybody else. How are you feeling?
I'm doing pretty good. Feels good to get a stage win. I think that's my first of the year, so we'll see if we can keep the momentum going.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're going to be on the shelf here, coming up here soon. How are you feeling leading up to that? You doing all right now?
Yeah, every now and then. I think the cortisone chart's been wearing out a little bit here and there. I think so that he'll pick up today. 4 months away here. I'll be up for
Well, Brandon, you are dominating here tonight as the laps turn. You are burning almost 2 seconds on the rest of the field. Good luck to you the rest of the way, sir.
Thank you, sir.
You are welcome. Again, that was Brandon Meyer, the 71 machine for Independence Motorsports here, leading them down the pit road. And we're going to take a short break while these guys take a pit stop right here at Casa de la Horse Boat on Twitch.tv. Back getting out of Chicagoland Speedway again. Hopefully you're having a wonderful evening. I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. the Horse Boat, keeping it real, holding it down here for the Donut Box Cup Series right here on Twitch.tv. They re-rack and get back to green flag action. Brandon Meyer and Matthew Fleming in row 1. William Robbins and Travis Stroney hold down row 2. Josh Larson and Thomas Meeks hold down row 3. Row 4 is occupied by Brian Robinson and Jesse Becker. And rounding out your top 10 and in row 5, Landon Badnars and Stephen Gurley Jr. rounding out that top 10. All right, let's get stage 2 cooking right here, right now. Geico Restart Zone belonging to the 71, and we are back at it like a couple rabbits in heat. Making babies. Matthew Fleming, the lead dog, coming out to start stage 2. Living La Vida Loca. Whoa, 3 wide for second place. William Robbins was stuck in an independent sandwich just for a moment. Fleming now pulling ahead and assuming the lead. Larson and Meeks switch teams. Fleming, Robbins, Meyer, Meeks, and Larson. Your top 5, Stroney, Robertson, and looks like, whoa, we've got action back here. Yes, we do. Josh Larson and Ryan Robertson touching tips. Touching tips, just the tip. That looked pretty raunchy from the get-go. And let's back that ass up and see what we can see here on the Donut Box Cup Series instant replay powered by me and your mama.com. And let's just see what transpired here. Gotta pull up the sponsorship, man. MeandYourMom.com. Let's go. Running full time. Let's see what we got. Oh, and to me, it looks like maybe a smidgen of Netco. Maybe ever so gently some Netco. Let's slow it down. Let's see what we got here. You see the 66 come down a little bit. Oh. I don't know. Let's back that ass up, see what we got. Is there a better view than that? I want to see. Yeah, maybe there's that. All right, there's that. Oh, dear God. I just want to see it. There we go. Yeah, there was contact there, definitely. Doesn't look intentional. Definitely just feeling the flow, maybe trying to tuck back in. I have no idea. But then they go in this position. Something out of the NASCAR Kama Sutra, I would imagine. Very, very sexual. But also sensual at the same time. Good enough for me, good enough for them. That brings out caution number 1. It looks like both Larson and Robertson to the garage, or at least to pit lane here for now. And don't forget, next week, the championship for the finale of the inaugural season of the Donut Box Cup Series is here and live. Right here, same bat time, same bat channel, right here at twitch.tv, your home for the Donut Box Cup Series. Again, hopefully next week I'll have some news for you, viewers at home, on what next season may look like. I've been trying to push for that a little bit just because I feel like, you know, some people should know, but I guess they have not come to a decision quite yet. But I am just salivating in anticipation. Again, approximately nearly 1 month from tonight, the Gears Cup Series takes over on Monday nights for the duels at Daytona. Again, we got a big sponsorship announcement for that. We're going to drop that here in a couple weeks. Very, very excited. Brayton Laster, as always, will be in the booth for the duels and the 250. I can say that much. My homeboy, the pizza man, the guy who got an ARCA full-time ride this season, Brayton Laster. Got big things for Brayton in the Gears Racing League in the future. But enough of them. Donut Box is now Matthew Fleming, William Robinson, row 1, Thomas Meeks, Travis Stroney, row 2, Jesse Becker, Landon Bednarz, row 3, Christian Taylor, Ben Mann, row 4, Steve Gurley Jr., Ivan Deschamps, row 5. Chevy Silverado.
Green flag,
and
green
away.
flag.
Green flag action back. Flagship Motorsports leading the charge. And big shout out to the 97. I just noticed the car and I love it. The Fanta Orange 97 of Jesse Becker in the house. I seriously love it. If you made that car, I truly appreciate that. Currently running inside the top 5, Storm Motorsports. And Storm Motorsports, 2 favorite drivers of Christian Taylor and Jesse Becker in the field inside the top 10. Currently, if you're keeping score at home, wink. William Robbins now leading the charge up front. Travis Stroney right behind him. Matthew Fleming dropping back into 3rd as I was blathering on. William Robbins, again, a guy we've seen that black and red number 5 up front. Doing his thing. We've seen it a lot this year. One of those just can't close the door. Travis Stroney looking to make a move. And he's taken the lead for now. Stroney, Robbins, Fleming, Meeks, and Becker, your top 5. Meyer, Taylor, Robertson, Bednarz, Madden, and Larson, your top 10. Right along with the 51 of Josh Larson, who was in that last action with the 66. Let's see if he can smell what the Rockets cooking. Didn't know it was a 51 car. And Bednarz on the edge of elimination. Currently running in 9th. Could use a little love and a little luck. A guy who has run out of luck but given no fucks, Christian Taylor in the 96. Not in playoff contention, but running very well here tonight in 8th. Running 7th and 8th currently. Again, the 3 top teams, toughest teams, Flagship, Independence, and Storm. And lap 75 being the next. Meyer now resuming the lead, riding the rim, and up front he goes. Oh! Ryan Robertson smacked the outside wall. Did not take long for the 71 to regain his strength and composure. Might as well put a recliner in that car. Just tuning in, I have not seen. Oh, Travis Stroney hitting the wall. That's going to hurt. Meeks ducks to the inside. But as I was mentioning, oh, we're not done here. Hold on. I thought there might be some more. Oh man, it always makes me kind of wince when they come out of 4 like that. All of them leading each other into the wall. Seeing a lot of officials and hostess and things like that. Kind of makes you sit back for a minute. Thomas Meeks riding behind the 66 from Ryan Robertson. A lot of good drivers in this league. With the 3 teams being, as I mentioned, just a moment ago, all three of teams have at least won a race. All three teams, I think, have led triple digits in terms of laps. And although their numbers may differ with how many members they have on their team, it seems like every team member of theirs is strong. Storm, I believe, has 2 to 4 drivers, but only 2 really show up on a regular basis. Independence, I believe, has 4 to 5. Flagship has about 5. So the barns are deep, which means you can have depth on your team. Always a good thing. Knowledge is power, and that will translate onto the racetrack. William Robbins now to the inside for the lead of the 71 of Brandon Meyer. They are going to duke it out toe-to-toe. Rob 2 says it's been a good season. Yes, it has. It really has. Given everything that I think the league was trying to accomplish, they've done, maybe have a little bit of a bigger field. Other than that, they've done a really good job. Into a core group of drivers as they continue to grow. And they will. Oh, Robbins almost tagged that left rear corner of the 71. 71 is going to hang on to it. No, Rob, no, this is not the last race. It's actually the last race of the round of 8. Again, top 4 advance to the championship 4, which is the final race of this season next week. Next week will be the final time you and I will gather here for Donut Box Cup Series action for 2025. Like I mentioned before, hopefully I'll have some information on when Season 2 may drop. But that is all above my pay grade. And I'll try to push as a media person to get that information out to you. Pulls over, concedes to William Robbins at the moment. He will take the lead dog spot. Brandon, though, not so giving of second place to his fellow teammate, Travis Stroney. And Stroney, one of those guys who is above the cut line, but still within reach. The 4 that are underneath the cut line to grab and pull him down into the graveyard, which would be the bottom 4 that don't make it here tonight. Trying to be more articulate than that. Oh, little touch, a little love from the 14 to the 5. Valentine's Day coming early. Robbins, Fleming, Stroney, Becker, Meyer, your top 5 here currently as we are 10 laps to go for the end of stage 2. Tonight is flying by, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Stroney and Fleming. Stroney, guess his car is hungry, wants to taste another car, see what it tastes like. starts when the time is right. This track, especially for these cars that don't like to drive off the right rear, you kind of can with these cars. You're kind of gambling with it. See, Robbins taking that low line around 1 and 2, Fleming in hot pursuit. And then Meeks, Becker, Stroney, good battle going on right here, and then you see Bednar's just outside of that. Robertson, little space, and you have Larson, Taylor, and Gurley. Bednar's kind of doing his thing. But slowly but surely, Oasis number 8. Trying to get up there and strike while the iron's hot. 1, 2, 3 is Flagship Motorsports. It's a beautiful shot to screenshot for the Flagship fan right there. Chris Bishop says if this stays green, it becomes a tire safe race. Watch out for that 97. Yeah, I mean, he's been floating towards the top. He's been coming. That's what she said. Done a great job keeping that Fanta car clean. Keeping it near contention is what you want. But I do feel you. Jesse Becker's due. He hasn't won one for a minute. Oh, we got touching. We got action. 15 and the 14 and the 55. These guys in a passionate rivalry, in a good way. Good sportsmanship all the way around. But they are going at it. And to get close up to that top of the track where the marbles are, you're messing around. Final lap, or no, 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. Not making the same blunder I made the last 2 weeks and prematurely calling the stage winner a stage winner. That was killing me inside. I'm like, shit, man, are you kidding me right now? Do what I can. Coming around to the white flag for the end of stage 2. William Robbins, here he comes. William Robbins hunting for that final spot. From tonight, he was 28 below the cut line, but he is going to win stage 2 right here in Chicagoland. You'll have Robbins, Matthew Fleming, Thomas Meeks, Travis Stroney, and Jesse Becker.